which helped out. Plus the seniors were really good leaders and good kids, and they played good football for me. I was really impressed with the attitude that Marengo had with their kids, the way the kids played ball, and the way they worked. I mean, they were really good workers, and I was really impressed with the parents. They were really behind the team. They didn't blame the coaches for too much or anything like that, which I've been in communities where you got blamed for a lot of things, but they knew what football was all about and what you had to do to make it in football, and so they were behind the kids in the right way. Mainly, I started when Winfield Mount Union. I used this offense a little bit, and the way I got it was from another coach who had a book on it, and he gave me the book, and from that book, then I kind of went along with their ideas of how to run an offense. And what the offense was a wide open offense. We had the main offense, we had two ends split out, we had two flanker backs or two backs, and they were spread out. They were just outside the tackles lined up, and then we only had one back in the backfield. We always had one man in motion, one way or the other, and that's basically what the offense was, but it was a reading offense where the quarterback really had to be trained well and be able to read what was open. The offense out of it is called the run and shoot offense, and it's by a coach that ran this offense in Ohio, and he was a coach that was having a bad season, and right in the middle of the season he started running the polecat, and that was the main offense for the rest of the season. They lost the first 4 games and they won the next 6 games by using the run and shoot, and the polecat. And then from the polecat, he developed the other offense, which is called the run and shoot. And like you were saying earlier, you heard of the run and shoot from some of the pro teams. And this is originally where this offense came from. And they used a lot of this in some of the, in their regular offense. The pros used quite a bit of this. So he was way ahead of his time. This is probably in the 1940s when he was running this in high school. The whole philosophy at that time was he was one of these coaches that would be running the ball all the time and try to grind it out, and he said it wasn't working. So he wanted to come up with something where the kids could have fun, and they were part of the offense. So he instilled this type of offense in and made it more fun for the kids. And that's what I wanted to do, try to make it more fun for the kids. They were part of the offense. They didn't have just a number to go by. They made decisions on their own. In fact, I remember when Doug Rogentine was the quarterback, I hardly called a play, which is real unusual. Usually you have to help your quarterback out a little bit. But he knew it so well that he called most, I'd say 99% of the plays. Probably next goal was to be conference champs. You know, we wanted to be conference champs. We hadn't been conference champs for a while. And this is our chance to be conference champs. So that was a big goal. In fact, that was probably, I didn't even think about going to state at that time. You know, I was just conference champs. That was a state championship to me, just to be conference champs.
Well, I want you to tell the story.
Okay. The game was real tight. It was really, you know, we knew it was going to be a tough game. BGM had a real good team, and by that time, people thought we had a good team, but nobody thought we'd win against BGM. And it was tight, and things were going back and forth, and they had to punt to us, and the punt was a nice high punt, you know, just a perfect punt, landed with all their players standing around it, And Raymond, he had his eyes on it, you know, and he was running up toward it. And it hit the ground, it was bouncing around, and I was saying, stay away from it, stay away from it. And Raymond, I could see, no, Raymond, don't touch it.
To give up the football this deep in their own territory. So on 4th and less than a yard to go, it's McDowell punting it. Got the good kick. Takes again a neutral roll, and that's picked up by Raymond Hawker. Breaks into the secondary on the 45 to the 30. Down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, touchdown. Raymond Hawker. What a play. Raymond Hawker was back to receive it. Everybody was going to let it roll, and BGM kind of lackadaisically was watching it roll, and suddenly Raymond Hawker shot in there, picked it up on a bounce, and nobody touched him. Had one guy to beat, that was the kicker McDowell, and he got a block out there, cut back across field, and he ran it back for about 58 yards, I think.
He picks it up, and I says, go, 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 and he makes a touchdown. And that changed the game right there. It was, you know, just like, that was a spark, and we ended up winning by about 3 touchdowns, I think. Well, I think the most special thing was the way the kids accepted the offense, for one thing, and the fun that they had. And I had 2 assistant coaches that were just fun to coach with. And the kids had fun with them. We all had fun, you know. And to me, that was part of it, to have the fun. But the coaches, they kept them in shape, the two assistant coaches. And I just kind of walked into the practice and practiced my offense, and they'd go off and do their thing, but they'd run the heck right out of them, and kept them in shape and kept them with a good attitude, and everybody had a good time. Yeah, I just remember that part of it. That was a special thing. And Raymond, he had his eyes on it, you know, and he was running up toward it. And it hit the ground, it was bouncing around, and I was saying, stay away from it, stay away from it. And Raymond, I could see, no, Raymond, don't touch it. He picks it up and I says, go, go, go. And he makes a touchdown. And that changed the game right there.